Getting out of bed was a struggle. I couldn't take that feeling anymore. I never believed in my heart of hearts that something like this was possible. When I turned 40 years old, I would probably say that I was in average shape, but I knew in the back of my head that my metabolism was slowly disappearing. Every year it seemed like I was gaining an extra 5 to 10 to 15 pounds, and my weight would fluctuate a lot. By the time I was 45, I had probably lost and gained about 40, 50 pounds each year. Every year I'd find myself losing weight right before I went on vacation or right before I had a big occasion coming up. I would always try to buckle down for a couple of weeks and fad diet or crash diet or take whatever over-the-counter supplements were readily available. And I found myself falling into this pattern, this like relentless, overwhelming pattern where back and forth, like where I would gain 40 pounds, where I would lose 40 pounds and then gain 50 pounds. And then the next year would go by and I would lose 50 pounds, but gain 60 pounds. And it was like one step forward and 2 steps back. I mean, almost to the point where I could almost feel myself falling apart. My heaviest was about between 300 and 325. Getting out of bed most days was a struggle. Just sitting down to tie my own shoes was a struggle. Sitting up from a chair, I noticed like I would have to constantly always grip for the handle and just felt myself out of breath just doing normal day-to-day things that we really shouldn't struggle with. About a year ago, I remember one night after eating a heavy meal and having a little dessert that I felt this tightness in my chest. And I knew something wasn't right. It's just either I was gonna put myself on the fast track for a heart attack, or I was gonna wind up with diabetes, or just something that was gonna take me out. And I couldn't take that feeling anymore. You know, of leaving my wife and my son to deal with the rest of their lives without me. And I knew that if I kept following the pattern that I was following every single year, that there was probably a good chance it was gonna kill me. And I couldn't take it anymore. So I was so sick and tired of just constant this up and down struggle of just going up, coming right back down, and just being average. I did not want that for myself anymore. This year before I went on vacation, I made a promise to myself that I was gonna take the next couple months and not only just get in shape for vacation, I was gonna just try to take it a little bit further. I needed something different in my life. That was probably about 6, 7 months ago. I knew that I needed to change. The one thing I feel like I had to sacrifice the most was living in my comfort zone. Initial waking up every single morning and realizing that no matter how I felt, that if I wanted the insane results, that I would have to do the insane work. The first thing that I noticed I had to do was I had to change my eating patterns. Obviously the frequency of how much I ate and the times that I was eating. When I really felt like there was a chance that I could achieve something greater is when I came home from vacation. And for the first time in a long time, I had this overwhelming feeling like that I was comfortable in my own skin again. Like this time I really had a chance to just be something beyond average. And that's where I had finally come across the Alpha Lion products. The first product that I ever took from Alpha Lion was called Burn 2.0, which promised to help burn calories. And what I liked about it is that it was non-stimulant. So I gave it the product a try. I can still remember the first time, the first very moment that I took a capful of Burn 2.0, because I took that Burn 2.0 and I got on the treadmill, and about 25 minutes into my workout, I was covered in head to toe in sweat. At first I thought something was wrong with me, but the product was actually doing what it said it did, which was create this process forcing me to burn more calories and sweat much more. The workout was intense. Stayed consistent for the better part of 3 to 4 weeks, and I hadn't stepped on the scale because I was a little afraid of the results. And maybe I was just afraid of going back or just being average. And I, to this day, remember when I stepped on the scale and saw that I was almost 25 pounds down, and it just lit a fire inside of me. So after experiencing a lot of success with the Burn 2.0, I felt like it was time to move on and try some other products. And one of the first products that I had the opportunity of trying after Burn 2.0 was Superhuman Burn, which is a pre-workout and a fat burner compiled into one. This paired with the Burn 2.0 really brought me to that level of superhuman. I would find myself at the gym with an extreme amount of energy to get through a workout on a very consistent basis and lift harder, push myself harder than I ever thought possible. The course of the first 60 days, I probably lost between 50 and 60 pounds. And I knew that there was something different about Alpha Lion than there was about other supplements that I had taken in the past. The one thing I've noticed today is this overwhelming sense of confidence that I now have. For the longest time, I was not comfortable in my own skin. So to be able to just wake up and be happy with that person that I see in the mirror has really made a difference for me. I feel like I have more energy throughout the day at work. I feel when I go to the gym now, like every single workout counts. Every single workout matters. Like I know when I walk out of that gym and I can feel that burn in my muscles and I feel that pump and I see myself in the mirror, I get so excited because I'm like, this is something that I earned. Nobody gave this to me. Now I feel comfortable wearing clothes that aren't so baggy and aren't so loose. The hardest thing for me carrying all that extra weight around was just seeing my gut all the time in the mirror and always wearing double XL and triple XL to kind of hide everything. And now when I put on some clothes that are a little more form-fitting, it feels amazing. It really does. Do I get compliments? Yes. One of my employees came up from behind me and had no idea it was me because he hadn't seen me. He thought I was actually one of his coworkers and he was shocked when I turned around and he actually saw that it was me. It's just another one of those pieces in the puzzle that kind of helps keep me moving forward. This has overall made me become a better person because it's shown me that I wanted more. And it also helps me kind of teach my son that he can have whatever he wants in this life as long as he's willing to put in the work. Becoming superhuman feels like a whole new way of life. Like when I wake up every single morning and my feet touch that ground, I am motivated, I am ready to go because it's the start of a brand new day and another opportunity to keep pushing forward. It is never too late. I'm coming up on my 50th birthday and I never believed in my heart of hearts that something like this was possible. And I'm sitting in front of you today as living proof that it is possible.